Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Chad and welcome back to my course, Quantitative Research for Qualitative Researchers. Today, we're going to go further in the world of bivariate analysis, or analyses that have two variables. We've already talked about A/B testing a bit, but we started in a world where someone had already designed a study for us. That's not a very likely scenario, so today we're going to take a step back and look at how we can create our own bivariate analyses from scratch. The idea behind bivariate analyses is simple enough. We're just moving from one variable to two variables. Easy enough, yes? Okay, so what does that look like if we actually programmed it in R? It's fairly straightforward code, easy enough to execute. All you do is you take a data frame with two categorical variables and then some frequencies, and you turn it into crosstabs using the xtabs command. The xtabs function in R creates a contingency table by cross-tabulating variables. The formula count tilde group plus response means use the values in the count column to fill a table whose rows are defined by group and columns by response. In other words, it tells R sum the count values for each combination of group and response. It's kind of like pivoting a spreadsheet. Excel people, you know this life. You're telling R which variables to use for rows and columns, and which columns hold the numbers you want to summarize. Once we've done that, we do the actual chi-square test, which is as simple as just typing chisq.test parentheses table underscore data. This gives us pretty simple results, a chi-square value, the number of degrees of freedom, and a p-value. So that of course begs the question, how do we communicate these results to stakeholders? One way that's easy enough is just sharing it in a 2x2 table. I know I've spoken badly about tables in the past, but they do have their place. If you want, you can check out my short on visualizing the EPL table for another example, but this is a good chance because it's simple enough to visualize 4 cells. It's only percentages, which people are relatively comfortable reading, and a 2x2 table is enough of a visual to orient most readers. Something simple enough like this can work. We've got a nice title here. Chefs are more likely to enjoy the tiramisu animation than restaurant owners. We've got the difference between chefs and restaurant owners. We've got the difference between liked and didn't like the animation. This shows everything you need to know. It's pretty easy to read. It's pretty easy to see. I think most people can understand this. But here at the Dr. Chad Auditorium, we are graph enthusiasts. So there's always the classic option of a bar graph showing the percentage of people who liked the animation in each group. So this right here is actually really nice. It's really clean. The interns have done well. It meets our 5 principles of good graphs, and most importantly is very easy to understand when you share it with your stakeholders. Remember that your goal is to use your technical expertise to make recommendations, but those recommendations must be understood if they're going to be adopted. So something like this is very clear, very concise. This is a 5-star graph here. I approve.